Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra, Jai Shri Lakshmi Narasimha. So, dear friends, today I'm talking about the past, the present, and the future of the world and how the planetary conjunctions, different sorts of planetary interactions, and total astronomical body interactions have influenced the Earth in the past, and how they are influencing the Earth in the present, and how they will be influencing us in the future in various aspects of life, including the economy, health, and the overall health of this world in various fields. We'll be looking into many of those topics in today's video. So I request you all to go through the entire video so you understand every single aspect of it. And this is especially one message to the media saying that please do not cut and paste my words the way you want it, because this is a very important topic and I would request the media to understand the entire thing if you want to post an article on this. And please understand every single minute of what I speak here before posting an article, because I have seen many media networks misinterpreting me. And one more thing would be, you can also refer to my video that I do not have a Facebook account, and I've always spoken about that. I do not have a Facebook account. So please do not use those fake predictions from some fake Facebook accounts and other different social media, websites, etc., to talk about my prediction. This is one small message before we begin. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra, Jai Shri Lakshmi Narasimha. So today I'll be talking about how planetary conjunctions, the interactions between various astronomical bodies, instead of just saying planets, impacts the Earth. The Sanskrit word graha means different bodies which influence and which are influenced. And today I'll be talking about the different conjunctions of the planets, what they meant for our past, what they mean for the present, and what they will mean for the future. I have switched off my video in this particular video so that I can show you the conjunctions and the dates of the conjunctions, etc. clearly, and I can also explain the solutions with various different presentations that I'm going to include. And Saturn and Jupiter are very important planets. The reason why, the reason being, Saturn and Jupiter are several times larger than the Earth. They're mammalian in size. They're several times larger than the Earth, and they are very important planets. Even though they are far away, they are visible to the naked eye, and their light reaches the Earth. Not only their light, but several unknown energies that emanate from these two planets that modern science yet does not have the capacity to understand are inflicting the Earth with their enormous energies every single moment. That is the basic rule of astrology. That's how it functions. And these planets come into a conjunction on the basis of our karmas, our actions. If we act in a wrong way to Mother Nature, to different creatures that surround us and destroy creation, especially Mother Cow, to whom we are indebted, and various other beings that live around us, and we also disrespect and disregard the ancient wisdom, we are punished in several ways. For example, at the moment we have destroyed the earth in large scale ways. We have caused so much misery to so many different beings. We eat millions of tons of meat every single day, and we cause so much harm, so much destruction to nature, and we then expect continuous health and prosperity. Is that possible, my friends? I don't think so. So we have to suffer for our mistakes, and that is what we have undergone in 2020. 2020 has been one of the most unexpected years. It has been one of the most destructive years, disastrous years for humanity, and many people consider it one of the worst years in human history. And no scientist, no astronomer, and no so-called global leader talked about this and told us, warned us about what's happening. Instead, they just prepared for themselves and what they want to do. In fact, the evil elite have made a lot of preparation for themselves, not only for themselves but for the whole world to suffer, according to me. And basically, keeping all this in mind, we need to understand the planetary conjunctions, we need to understand the future, we need to understand the interaction between planets, and we need to understand the insights of these planets and what they mean for the future. Everything happens to us because of our previous activities. The whole world is continuously acting on something or the other. And some things are bad, some things are good. Some things are bad activities, some things are good activities. Today in Kali Yuga, the world is working more on bad activities. We are just harming each other, we are injuring each other. they're causing damages to each other. So we have to expect the same for ourselves, and that is what has happened. The good people, whoever has done good till date, has not suffered so much, and whoever has done bad, not till date, but even in their previous births. So, keeping this topic of karma aside, let's look at the origins of 2020. How did 2020 come into being so easily? How did this particular year influence us so powerfully? Let's look at the origins. It's obviously 2019, and let's look at even before that. Well, that's karma, but 2019 has been a significant year in creating what we know today as 2020. The year of the Grim Reaper, the year of Saturn, the Saturnine year which has harmed us so much. It's actually just before April we had the Saturnine year. So it's actually Saturn and Jupiter who have influenced 2019, 2020 and 2021 in several wonderful ways. Though it's really saddening, it's wonderful to witness, it's wonderful to understand the cycles of Mother Nature. So coming first, let me explain the different types of conjunctions. There are 6 tiers in conjunctions or any sort of interaction between astronomical bodies. The first tier is when two major bodies like Saturn and Jupiter are 30 degrees apart from each other in our skies. Two major bodies. This only applies to Saturn and Jupiter as they have a very slow movement in the zodiac, in our zodiac belt of 360 degrees. It's not an imaginary belt, but it is a real functioning and influencing belt for humanity. And that's very important to understand, and that is what is the basis of all predictions. So tier 1 is when Jupiter and Saturn, irrespective of their position in any division of the zodiac, that is any Rashi, they are just 30 degrees apart from each other. I made a calculation of these tiers so that it's easier to understand, but actually the original references are in the Brihat Samhita and different works of our ancient sages. So making this into 6 tiers was part of my research so that people can understand the conjunctions easily. Tier 2 of this planetary conjunction involves Jupiter and Saturn being located in one particular nakshatra. That is a 13 degree 20. Tier 2 means Jupiter and Saturn being located in one Rashi or sign of the zodiac, 30 degrees. If the whole zodiac is divided into 12 portions, 360 degrees, it will be 30 degrees per division. And if Saturn and Jupiter are present in any one of these 12 divisions wholly, it is termed tier 2 for easier understanding. And tier 3 means Saturn and Jupiter are together in one particular nakshatra, a space of 13 degrees 20 minutes. And that is a tier 3 conjunction. Each conjunction is more powerful than the previous one. Each interaction, you could say, if not a conjunction, interaction. Conjunction would mean a very close, interaction, but let's call it interaction. And then tier 4 would mean Jupiter and Saturn are together in a space of 3 to 4 degrees, 3 degrees 20 minutes, known as a pada, one-fourth, a quarter of a nakshatra, or a 13 degree 20 minute belt. So that is tier 4. Tier 5 is basically when Jupiter and Saturn are so close in 1 degree, and that we have seen every 20 years. Tier 6 is finally the most powerful of all, and that we saw 2020 December 20th, and that is the time we had seen so much tier 6. That was basically a tier 6 conjunction. So each stage is more powerful than the other. So let's look at how it evolves. The first tier occurred in September-October 2019, and that's when, according to me, evil elite have begun their plans for 2020, and a virus has also evolved. The first beginning of the virus could be traced to around September to October 2019, or if not just the beginning, the empowerment of the virus could be traced to 2019 October. And then slowly, with the tier increasing, in November we witness tier 2, so the virus becomes more powerful, and its sequence of evolution, it reaches another significant level in its sequence of evolution. Maybe the patient 0 could have been in 2019 November, and then slowly, exactly to be sure the dates, November 4 to 5 2019. And in August 2019 I posted a video regarding all of this, each planetary level and what it would do to the world. And in this, we have discussed about transport collapse, the stock market collapse, the economy falling down, widespread diseases, wars, famines, and whatever could happen in an entire gist. And now, even I am learning exactly what is happening, and even I am researching every moment. We all have to be eternal learners to understand such complex topics. We cannot keep a complete stop on any topic. We need to learn and need to go forward. That's when we understand at least a small bit in this ocean, in this vast ocean of the understanding of these wonderful astronomical bodies. So coming forward, we saw tier 4 soon moving to Capricorn. So the origins of the coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, are quite uncertain even now. And I'm also researching on various aspects of this, and I hope to make a video on that also. But that takes a lot of time, a lot of research, so I'm still doing that. Whereas we have got some indications on how Saturn and Jupiter influence the bodies of humans and other beings. So finally, we saw Jupiter and Saturn coming into a tier 5 conjunction, and then finally a tier 6 conjunction. All of this influences the Earth in very certain manners. Now we are seeing something called the planet parade. February, we see something called the planet parade. It is equally exciting as the previous conjunctions. It is very powerful and it's very determinant. So that is around 10th and the 11th of February. So I am currently focusing on the 20th of February. So let me change it to the 11th of February. There's an app called Stellarium which actually provides wonderful information on the planets, and I generally use it for my astronomical calculations when I go through astrology. So basically, we are seeing wonderful events happening. On the 11th of February, we are seeing Jupiter and Venus being completely conjunct. And then the planet parade in just the sign of Capricorn. So Capricorn is going through multiple different types of things, continuous conjunctions in the same degrees. Just imagine the impact on Capricorn. So that has led me to understand what could happen in the year 2021. 2021 is going to be quite gloomy, just like 2020. We see all these vaccines coming up, and the vaccines contain so many undisclosed ingredients. We don't even ask what's there in the vaccine, and we are just going to just get it, rushing to just get it. And I'm sure there will be multiple chemical adjuvants that cause serious damage to our human body. And I believe that natural immunity could be very more powerful in, not only fighting the coronavirus, but even other diseases that may come in the future. So I believe the vaccine is more of a problem than, say, a solution. I say it is entirely a problem than a solution for the world, according to me at least, and according to science, major science, important science facts just prove that natural immunity, making sure you make your body strong, is not only helpful for just one virus or two viruses, it's helpful for the entire humanity to overcome many different types of diseases we'll be seeing in the future. Today, we're developing a vaccine for one particular disease. Tomorrow, there'll be many more diseases, and we will be with weak immune systems, not even able to fight the new diseases. So vaccines are not the solution in any case. They are full of toxic ingredients. God knows what exactly these elite people are putting inside those vaccines. So let's just improve our immunity. That's the most important thing. I know YouTube may take down this video for that reason. And there are many more reasons that lead me to believe that vaccines are a serious problem. In fact, India is a country where we are seeing recovery rates rise like crazy. And we are seeing people, we're seeing the disease to become almost harmless. So why are they bringing something more dangerous here, a vaccine? And what could that cause in February? Maybe a serious vaccine damage. Maybe something else could start getting triggered during February. So let's look at exactly what may happen. It could be mainly a problem with the government, according to me, because of the type of conjunction we are seeing now. It could be with any government of different types of countries. I've already spoken about this in my previous videos also. So let's look at a lot of information like that. And first of all, vaccine is also very horrible according to me for one reason. That is that fetal bovine serum is being used in vaccines. And according to me, according to our Shastras, according to the Vedic Shastras, the use of mother cow's, blood after killing her, slaughtering her, according to, major medical websites and according to mainstream media also, vaccines are being created and developed with the fetal bovine serum after slaughtering a cow. And recently, even newborn calves, the blood of newborn calves is being used for, developing the vaccination. And this is actually from print.in, a major news website in India. And, vaccinations that are available in India today are using fetal bovine serum and blood from newborn cattle. This is a mahapapa, and this is a big, major negative karma. Everyone who participates in this particular vaccination program, including the person who receives it and the person who injects it, the person who sells it, everyone in this entire chain is going to be affected seriously by the laws of karma. The karma is basically a natural law. Why cow? Because we are dependent on cows. We consume their milk. They are our mothers. And can we kill a mother and take her blood for a vaccine? Which is anyways not required, and we can use only natural immunity, develop natural immunity through Ayurveda to battle the virus and to battle any other virus, in fact. So why are these people pushing these vaccinations on us with all these horrible ingredients? They are making negative karma. They are creating negative karma for every single person on the face of India, on the face of this entire world. I would just suggest that vaccinations are not at all a solution, and vaccinations, anyone who takes the vaccination is going to be affected by serious karma. That is what I believe. And not only cow, but let's look at other aspects of karma. And what is the solution? This particular image shows, this particular website, theworldcounts.com, shows how many tons of meat are eaten globally this year. If we look at it this month, and if we look at it this week, if we look at it today, just imagine how many creatures we've slaughtered. Just imagine how many creatures we have slaughtered to eat so much horrible meat. The carcasses of different creatures. And we call this a developed world? Humans who have no sense for their surroundings and kill sentient beings. Please do not bring the description of plants as sentient beings, because plants have a very lower level of consciousness. And using them as food is not at all going to be compatible with killing an animal like a bird or a cow or a goat or a sheep or any particular animal. That is horrible. That is dangerous, and that is going to create our karma even more and more. And the more this karma keeps mounting up, every single minute is counting, my dear friends. The more this karma is mounting up, the more we are going to be hit severely by the laws of karma. We'll see many more pandemics, many more horrible events, many more dangerous, effects from all over the world. We will be seeing horrible events happening unless we take action and stop harming different creatures. Not only meat, but even the dairy industry. Many more industries are causing so much damage. I don't mean, of course, I don't mean eating fake meat and all that rubbish. Instead, you can just live a natural life and eat sattvic food that comes directly from nature. Follow Ayurvedic methods to create a strong body for yourself. No disease on planet Earth can affect you if you create a strong body and make your body a very strong one by using Ayurvedic ancient practices that are present in every single nook and corner of the world, every single tribal, every single old person in villages, every single elderly person in villages across the world. Even if you're watching it from China or Taiwan or Philippines or even other countries and even Europe, you will be seeing that your ancestors have lots of information. Not only your ancestors, your living elderly people have a lot of information on how to develop immunity. Take those tips, develop your natural immunity, and soon we can defeat every disease. And please stop destroying the lives of different innocent creatures. That's my sincere request to you all. And vaccination is not the solution, as I would like to emphasize again. And one more thing is, for people who want to know exactly when we will be seeing recovery, I would say it's only after November 2021 the slow signs of recovery would come into picture, and only in the year 2022 will we see slow signs of reduction. And the future of the future of our economy will be more focused on storage technology, cloud technology. We will be looking more at sustainability in the next 20 years. Sustainability will be a very important industry, and we will also be having a lot of newer technology coming in, and all that is going to happen in the next 20 years. Many negative things are also going to happen, most probably, like 5G rollouts across the world are going to happen during these 20 years, and 5G may become a major perpetuator of the natural law in the next 20 years. So a lot of things are going to happen, on which I will make a different video later after a few months or something, regarding a global recovery. But that is the future of the world. That was the past, that's the present, and this is the future. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ramachandra, Jai Shri Lakshmi Narasimha, Go Mata ki Jai, and thank you all.